showed me how to buy a house, and I was banging my head against the wall. The reason why is because a lot of times people wouldn't listen to what I say because I've only been doing it for 2 or 3 years longer. Does that make sense? And a lot of times we have to think we know better because we're going to do it our way. And the cool topic that we're talking about tonight is remodeling, okay? I'm going to focus on 5 tips for people that are remodeling rentals. Is that fair? 5 tips on remodeling rentals. And then I'm going to focus on 5 big seasoned people. And a seasoned investor, a lot of you guys are seasoned. You know what I mean seasoned? You've been doing this for about 3 to 5 years, and maybe you'll buy a house a year, but you watch way too much HGTV. I'm being honest, way too much. Okay? So why I'm bringing this up is, I talk to clients who are like, I'm over my head with hard money. It reminds me of 10 years ago right now. 2007 conversations remind me of 2017. It's super competitive. Everyone and their dog's doing it. They're not listening to people that are vetted, or they're following people who've only done it a couple years and are super excited. Okay? So, we're kind of setting the scenario of how we as investors of Utah can invest. Please take notes because you guys are going to write this information down of how you can invest more. So let me go back. Why did I tell about these people? So as I talk to older folks, they all have regret. Does that make sense? They all regret. I wish I traveled more. I wish, that's my sweater, don't move that. Good job. You're done. Okay, so, hey, you guys, come down. Hey, hipster guys, come down here. You guys are young, come down here. The other attorney that's a hard money lender, you can stay there. Okay, please come down here. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is I'm going to go no BS, transparent, data dump that you guys are going to need to ask really good questions and think. Is that fair? So if I raise a hand so I get an idea of the audience, who came here because I called them left yesterday and left a voicemail? Stand up. Who got a voicemail from me yesterday? Stand up. Awesome. Is that good? I'll give a round of applause for those that came. Round of applause. You probably have 20 people stand up. So, I don't speak as frequently as I used to for free based on my time and changing priorities. I love giving back to SLREIA because without it, I would not be where I am financially. This is the most economical membership, in addition to UVPF, that you can come every single month and get tons of value for pennies on the dollar, if that makes sense. Is that fair? So, different comment. Raise your hand if you actually have a deal under contract right now that you control the contract that you're not sure what to do. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Cool, you got 3. Okay? Raise your hand if you have a property under contract currently that you're about to close on the soon. I just locked up 2 last night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought you were done buying houses, Jeff.
No, I decided I wanted another one.
Oh, okay. You decided you want another one. All right. So, you guys ready? Yes? 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 This is the time. They're tired. Can you click your Trevor? Thank you. Okay, we're going lightning speed. Does everyone have a piece of paper to write notes? This was a special request. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
He'll be so good, I'm going to pay for my next trip. All right, so this is for Rafael Chavez to take notes. So you guys see my new emblem. So MJ Real Consulting, I do consulting for real estate investors. Here's how you guys can see it. Nice, right? Opening doors since 2004. The reason I like to help people more than the REIAs. Is that a fair statement? So I want to go deeper with people that want to be more super casual. I know that if you get better information quicker, because there's only one meeting a month, right? That you're exponentially able to earn more capital or save on expenses because you don't know. Does that make sense? So everyone, while we start, write down your biggest challenge right now and see if you solve it with this presentation. So I like people to think. Write down your biggest challenge right now with what you have with investing. And if you guys don't participate and write down stuff, I'm going to call you out. Those of you guys that know me know I will. Can we go back? Thanks.
We're challenged.
Hey, okay, me too. Okay, who wants to share an example of a challenge?
Finding deals.
Jeff Catch, what's your challenge?
Okay, so,
Hold on, Jeff Catch is long-winded. What's your short version of your challenge?
all right, short version. Purchasing a property, there was a tenant in the property. I'm going to have it at the end of the month, and this person is going to have 30 days from today to vacate.
Okay,
What
so
happens if they don't?
okay, good. Do you have a copy of the lease?
No.
How do you know you can have them move out in 30 days?
They want 30 days notice. That's
Okay,
when
do you have a copy of the lease?
There is no lease.
So does you have some random person living in a property?
This is from the seller.
Is the seller living in the property?
The seller has a tenant living in the property.
Do you think the seller had a previous lease at some point with that tenant?
I think they did, but it's month to month now.
Good. Should you get a copy of the lease?
No.
Yes.
I should get a copy.
Yes.
Okay.
Why should you get a copy of the lease?
So I have some.
So you have the following information, their contact information, ask for the copy of the rental application also, so you actually know that if they don't move out, you have the right paperwork to help them move out legally. Make sense? And what else?
Security deposit.
Security deposit, so it shows up on the HUD, supporting rent credits.
Okay, to know how much it
And also to know how much it is. Good, I gave you solutions. Okay, a couple of questions. Hold on, different challenge. You said, who else a different challenge? Chris. Anyone else have a challenge? Yes, sir.
How to buy a small amount of money.
How to buy the small amount of money? Great question. How much is a small amount of money? That's a lot of money. Raise your hand if you've ever bought a property with less than 40 grand out of your pocket. Great, so what do you do? You're learning, right? Fair? Raise your hand again if you bought a property with less than 40 grand out of pocket. Awesome. It's progression. Fair? So, do you work for a living? Some people are in between jobs called self-employed. What do you do for a living?
The gas business.
You're in the gas business. That's really broad.
Okay, this will talk about the retailer for propane gas and
Are you self-employed or you have a W-2 job?
Self-employed.
Self-employed. Have you filed your 2016 returns yet?
I'm sorry.
Have you filed your 2016 tax returns yet? Have you filed your 2015 tax returns yet? No, 2015.
Yes.
I'm working backwards. I talked to someone today, he has not filed his tax returns in 9 years. Okay, so guess what I asked? Have you filed 2016? Nope. Okay, have you filed 2015? Nope. Okay, do you mind sharing with me how many years has it been since you filed your tax returns? Is that a good question? 9 years. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to get financing traditionally, but I can come up with some alternatives because they have cash. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, so you're in a spot of how to buy properties. I'll do one more question as we keep going. Who else has another challenge? No other challenges? Yes? Does anyone else want to share a challenge that they have? Yes? Finding deals. Okay, hold on. Craig's got too much money he doesn't know what to do with. Jeff has too much money he's skiing all the time. Someone else raised their hand over here. Who has a deal under contract? Craig, how did you find your deal?
On the auction.
Auction. Jeff, how did you find your deal?
Wholesaler.
Wholesaler, okay? I put one under contract from a wholesaler yesterday, and we put one under contract this last week from a wholesaler, and I got a bird dog from someone that we're waiting for a pending offer tomorrow. Trevor, where's the most recent way you found your deal?
I had a gentleman find my name on biggerpockets.com and call me to ask me if I wanted to buy a duplex.
Is our Savior? Yes, He is. All right, so the comment, it's under contract.
It's under contract.
Okay, here's my point. We just shared auction, wholesaler, bigger pockets, wholesaler, lease option, bird dog. You guys ready? Okay, so we're building progression. You didn't email me back, I'm not taking it on you. Okay, so here's what changed from last year.
You would have liked my summer.
It's okay. Sorry to talk to you. So here's my Gene Spence. Holy crap! 801-556-2014. Okay, how much do you want in assets? When you write this down, this is my total shift. A 15-minute Peter Fortunato had nothing to do with this. Totally changed my shift from investing last year. How much do you want in assets? Tons of us don't even know what we have in assets. Or we're focusing on, we want 20 doors, or we want to flip 50 houses, or we want to do 13 assignments. You've got to think big picture, and then you can scale down how to get there. So, you should write this on your paper, it's on the back, everyone should have a piece of paper. How much do you want in assets? At what age do you want that amount of assets? Okay, so I shared with you guys mine. I want $100 million, earning a 10% ROI, at the age of 67. Okay? That's me. I gotta have big goals or I get super bored. Okay? And I'm gonna be able to do a lot more cool stuff by thinking big and implementing. What is the ROI you want to gross? Every decision I make financially, I ask these questions to myself. Is that fair? Is that a good sounding board? So if you want to buy fix and flips or wholesales or assignments or contract for deeds or apartment complexes or raw land and you want to develop paper lots or buy properties in Indianapolis or wherever you want to do, think about this. If you actually identify where you are financially to where you want to go, you will have checks and balance on every decision you make strategically. Is that fair? So, every time I put a house under contract, how does it help me get here?
Sure, that's fine.
That's so basic. So basic. Next comment. It was a Peter Fortunato class. This had nothing to do with financing or personal stuff. It was a deal structuring class. But here's his opinion. He's 69 years young. He bought his first property at 18. He shared an example of a property he bought in Massachusetts in the 70s, how he took it from a piece of dirt to building, to selling a note to the bank, to getting a loan, to cross-collateralizing it, to selling it and doing a 1031 and bought 5 properties in Florida. Here's what's really cool. His 5 properties in Florida are worth less than his 1 property in Massachusetts. Now, can you get upset? No, because he didn't know that. He doesn't want to build properties in Massachusetts. The point is he never paid tax on the sale. He did 1031 exchanges from all of it, and he still owns those assets. So let's check this out. I shared it if you'd like. So this is his opinion that I'm doing as I consult with investors. If you've been investing less than 10 years, you're a starter. That means you are learning what you want to do. Most of the people here are starters. Because every 1 or 2 years, you change exactly what you're doing because you're getting exposed to different options. Does that make sense? Now, you can be 40, 50, or 60 years old, and you have money in a Roth IRA or a 401k, and you're having that corporate job, but until you're investing actively in real estate, this is his opinion, you're a starter. Here's what's awesome with this. The second 11 to 30, 20 years, you're a builder. So I've been investing 13 years. I'm on my 3rd year of building. Am I buying properties differently than 10 years ago? Absolutely. Absolutely. I like beat my head against the wall trying to convince you guys. Okay? I'm buying differently. Now here's what's cool. Guess who I'm learning from? People that are 10 years ahead of me. Because there's a lot of wisdom from people who survived and thrived 2 crashes. Does that make sense? Now, the reason I set this meeting with on vacation, why? Because what do most people who are older is relative. I'm involved with strategic coach. Has anyone ever been to strategic coach? Rattle me with what? It'll make you focus your time differently. Okay,
I've
big
done
bet.
that three times.
You've gone 3 times?
Yeah, I need three at a time to keep me on track.
Okay, so the point is they believe we're going to extend and live longer. Is that fair? A lot of you have grandparents and parents who are doing reverse mortgages and are depleting their capital because they are living way longer than they thought. Does that make sense? What happens to the money? They got to move in with you. They're moving in assisted living. So my comment with real estate investing is if you do what you love for a living, you'll never retire. Is that a fair statement? So at 67, do you think I'll be done working? Probably not, but it gives me something to shoot for that I love. Does that make sense? Like a lot of people are like, oh, I want to invest in real estate because I hate my job. Great, go get a new job. No, I'm being serious. Does that make sense? Go do something else that you love. Real estate investing is not the end-all, be-all, but do what you love and you'll love it. Does that make sense? So, besides a mortgage broker, what's my longest thing that I've been doing? Owning rentals. Does that make sense? So I'm sharing these tips, but I want to set the scene for you guys because if you think about this, where are you in this spectrum? Right? So if you know how much assets do you want at retirement, at what age, what's your ROI, you have a checks and balance, boom, boom, boom. Then you're going to make decisions differently based on where you are in your career, how much drive you have, and still with what you want to do. For those of us that are 50 or 60 years young, I guarantee if you actually did what you love for a living, you'd be going all the time, boom, 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 boom. If you had different traveling experiences, or did other things. Does that make sense? So, here's 5 comments. This is my Matt Atkinson's opinion on what I hear people doing better. So, number 1, 5 improvements to force appreciation through rentals. For the last 5 years, I teach classes for free. I no longer teach my classes for free, as of 2 months ago. It helped a lot of people get properties. Okay? They take you more serious if they pay for you. Just being honest, I've argued with him. I've argued with him. I've argued with him. I've argued probably like 30 other people. Jordan. Okay? There's a difference though if you're like, hey, this person's helping me get where I want to go. So here's the top 5. Number 1, add square footage. So here's a before and after photo. This had no heat. Make sense? What did we do? We had a heat run. We added 600 square feet of an enclosed property to the property. The listing had it short 600 square feet. When we added heat, how much did that increase our ARV? How much, guys? 60? A lot. 60 grand depending on the market, depending on the price per square foot. Okay? And it's like super, great. But here's what's cool, I like that. This is called planning, right? So you gotta get rid of this block, you gotta add ductwork, you gotta move the washer and dryer, where are you gonna put that? You put carpet in. This is planning. This is good. No, go darker. Cool. That's great. You guys got that? Adding square footage. Heat to the gross living area. Now, I'm not Randall. I've never done an addition. I don't know how much the cost per foot is, but for a foundation on the east side at $80 a square foot, I got zero interest in doing that. And that's okay. That's what's cool. I'm sharing what I do, so it helps with you. That make sense? Don't be me. Take what I share to be the best you can be. Is that a fair statement? Because I was in, like, 9 years ago, I was a bunch of you guys for the first time, and Tom Lake was like, who got a deal? Okay? This is different flow. Number 2, I like this one a lot. Reconfigure the floor plan for when you sell. What did I do? Look, I moved the bedroom access over here. I closed off this wall. I learned this on HGTV. I don't even think they had flipped this house on HGTV like 9 years ago. Okay? Not until the house in the market crashed. This is called planning, consulting. I remember Randall had whoever brought the most guests got to spend 2 hours with me on a Saturday. I had like 7 guests. I got to bring a friend. It was on my second flip, and Riley Rogers was there, and me was asking all these questions because we brought like 6 guests. What's cool, check this out. Configuration of the floor plan for selling. This is maximizing the opportunity because what you buy is what you have to sell. You guys want to write that down? What you buy is what you have to sell. What you buy is what you have to sell. It's a lot of prep. Here's what I would do different real quick. I would use, if this is a rental, I would use vinyl, Daryl, versus tile. I would use oak cabinets because they're better for durability than knotty altar, which is a huge tip, okay? And if you notice, this is still desert fawn. Right? My house is even desert fawn. Okay? But think, this is prep. What you buy is what you have to sell. This is awesome. This is a property we bought from a wholesaler that we bought for 40. They put it under contract for $19,500. I swear, the wholesalers make more than I do on my flip. It's totally okay. But because I don't want to go out and freaking go find deals like that. I'm good to find them organically. I make more money sitting in my office doing lots of stuff. So I don't go to lunch. Not to be rude, but I eat lunch in my office, boom, 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 knock it out on my way. So, check this out. We demoed this. Make sense? This is paint. It's not new siding. Both Derek and Dominic, you're like, oh, why did you put new siding on there? We're like, dude, that's not new siding. And that's okay. A lot of you guys would put siding on. How much is siding? It's like $3.50 to $4 a square. How much is paint? $1.50 maybe. Okay? Does that make sense? If you guys don't know what these are, that's good. You're learning. But what's cool is paint goes such a long way. You can refinish cabinets, and countertops, and tile, and walls, and ceilings, and baseboards, and trim. Man, imagine if I wore makeup, how good I would look. Okay? You're accentuating your face, right? Paint. Now, am I doing 3-tone paint on rentals? Heck, no. Does that make sense? 2-tone, blow and go. How much is the price per foot? We're so good. We're sending videos to contractors with the footprint. I'm talking to them for 3 minutes. They give me a bid back. Super efficient. I just give you a huge tip on how to vet contractors. We didn't use cameras 10 years ago. Who had a camera? Does that make sense? Now our PDAs or phones, those cameras are freaking amazing. Amazing. You download it to YouTube, it doesn't get all these megabytes and it's awkward. You want to be easy to work with. You send it to a YouTube tweet, they look at it for 5 minutes, give you a bid, go on your merry way. Jamie. The question is, are we using the footprint from the film? We use the footprint from the county records, which is not always correct there. Yeah. Okay? And then we they don't measure it. They all go eyeball it, but we get bids based on that. Yep. Huge tip. Yes, Nikki? Yes, it's kind of boring. Oh, thank you. Everyone give a round of applause. Okay, let's keep going. New flooring. New flooring goes new flooring goes so far. So the reason why we chose this photo, you guys see something else that's different? I added a bedroom, okay? I'm always thinking, how can I get the most rent now and what's going to be the most attractive when I sell? I'm not sticking 6 bedrooms tight in a 2,000 square foot split level to get an extra room. Because what do I got to do? I got to take that wall down later. And most people are not going to pay an extra $100 for a 6 bedroom versus a 5. Families want functionality also. Does that make sense? So I get a lot of newer investors who probably bought 2 to 5 rentals. They're like, I'm sticking in this 5th bedroom because Section 8 says I get another $75. Well, the chances of you getting a Section 8 tenant that's approved for 6 bedrooms that's going to pay you the $75 is less likely. With that being said, the wear and the tear on that potential house might not be worth the $75 times 12 is like $950, give or take $30, you can correct me later, for all the deferred maintenance. You got to think of what do I want out of my tenants also. Does that make sense? I've rented to everyone, from executives to Sudanese Section 8 who killed chickens inside the house. I'm not joking, okay? So that's why I'm sharing these tips. With that, this is laminate. I never, ever, 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 ever put laminate in rentals. You know why? Water, when someone drops water, do you think they're going to hurry up and let me go fix it? No. Ask me because I know. Ask me.
Why not?
Why do you know? Oh my gosh, you know how many times you try to patch in laminate? It doesn't work. So I like vinyl, not this peel and sticks. I professionally have a vinyl guy go in. It's like $2 a foot. There's no seams, and it's awesome. And vinyl's product's way better than it was 7 years ago. Yes?
Is that a sheet good vinyl or is that?
This is laminate. I like sheet vinyl.
Vinyl, yeah, vinyl, even vinyl plank.
No. This is laminate. The reason why I showed this photo, because I'm going to have a lot of vinyl, is I'm just sharing an example of new flooring makes a huge difference, right? And then I'm also sharing how by closing up that wall, we added a bedroom. Make sense? Now, this is important. Reconfigure flooring for maximizing rent. If you can tell, this was open. We put a room in. This is the ductwork. This is the ductwork. This house used to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. By taking down a wall and putting up a new wall, we made it a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. How much more rent? Maybe you property management still or not? How much do you think a 4-bedroom, 2-bath versus a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Davis County? How much more rent do you get? $75 to $100. Okay, so we'll call it $100. 100 times 12 is 1,200. The cost of demoing the wall and putting the wall up is 100% ROI in 12 months. Is that a good investment? Absolutely. Now, am I saying I'm getting 50% ROI on my rentals? No. I am maximizing what my improvements are doing to maximize my rent. I got a lot of younger people who are over pimping out their rentals right now, and even older folks, because they're like, it looks so good. It looks so good. It's like, I'm going to get more. We'll wait until a couple years later as it gets beat down to see how much more you're going to get. Cool tip I learned. I went to a UAA training 3 years ago, and I met the head of maintenance for Section 8 for their buildings. I didn't even know Section 8 owned buildings. You guys know that? You got buildings. They use VCT tile on all the rentals, no carpet. Is that funny? That's some durable stuff. It is not attractive, but they're like, it's durable, it's proven. VCT tile on, I'm not telling you to do that, I'm just giving you an alternative. Make sense? So, I want you guys to write down on your sheet of paper that you guys all should have. Write down the 5 tips I shared. I want you to identify which tip is going to help you the most. And put a dollar figure next to it. Because a lot of you guys already own rental properties or even probably doing flips that just give you a bunch of value add. So highlight, write them all out and highlight which one's your favorite one. Yes, Dr. Brown.
Can you
The difference between 2 and 5.
The difference between 2 and 5, maximizing floor plan for selling, maximizing floor plan for renting. Great question. So with this one, we added an extra bedroom because we wanted to keep it as a rental, and we would recoup our money quicker by adding that extra. We took down a wall and put a new wall, right?
You would do that for selling?
Sure, but this is specifically, like, this was a specific one when I bought it, saying, oh, sometimes when you buy a property, you're like, what I'm gonna do, like, literally, I probably take 2 or 3 times until I go to look at it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, boom, 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 I'm gonna do it. So this particular property, let's say, maybe it had, an unfunctional bedroom. There's people that like need these huge master bedrooms, because they want a master bedroom, and someone I talked to here, I don't remember who it was. They wanted to have a 1 bedroom on the main floor, take it from the 1 to the 1-1. This is not good to resell. Hard to find. So I'm just giving you a difference of like, for a rental, I would do this. In this example, if this was a rental remodel, I might not have done all that configuration up front because I wasn't worried about it. But remember, what you buy is still what you got to sell. You also need to take into consideration what your budget is, right? A lot of people are like, hey, my budget's 20, you're not getting any bids. Like a month later, if I ask you, you're like, oh yeah, do you have any bids? Just tell me, I'll go, no. And then a month later, how much you spend? 32. So you got to have these in writing. Yes?
I was just going to say,
What's your name, sir?
Aaron Marshall.
Hey, oh, what's up, Aaron Marshall? I can't tell you, you look dark, like Darth Vader, right? Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker.
You see my letter?
Thank you.
When you're renting,
How's Cuba?
it was awesome.
Was it freaking sick?
I'm done with beans and rice. Every meal for 5 days.
Awesome.
No, but when you're renting, you gotta think, what are you renting? What's the value? It's bedrooms back.
Yep.
When you're selling, what's the value? What are you selling? Square footage, condition, bedrooms, bathrooms. You're selling the flooring. You're selling all of that. The acreage. When you're renting, it's bedrooms back.
Great. Thank you. What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
You own a property management company, right?
Yes, I own a property
All
manager.
right, cool. He has strong opinion. Yes, sir.
When you go to put up a new wall, put in a new bedroom, how long does it take to get that permit for that?
The question is, how long does it take for me to get permits? Here's my great question. So I got prosecuted for disposing of meth last year. Now, personally, I've never still been to this house ever, but because I did something that I completely didn't understand, I got, what is it called? They wanted to give me a Class C felony. What is that? Yeah, so they were giving me a Class C felony for having some people get rid of a house that was tagged for meth, and I had to go to court and spend money and blah, blah, blah. And